Mama, don't stress your mind. We coming home tonight for you. I'll be with you from dusk till dawn. Baby, I'm ready.
Kids, our topic for this week is all about materials that absorb water, sink, float, and undergo decay. But before that, I will introduce first myself. I am Miss Jessica T. Claustro, your science teacher for this school year 2020-2021. Are you ready to learn something? I bet you are, because most of the things that surrounds us did a great part in our daily lives, and they are essential to us as human beings, most especially the water that we use every day for drinking, washing the dishes, washing our hands, especially that we are encountering COVID-19, we have to clean our hands with water and soap from time to time. Our first topic is to describe materials based on the ability to absorb water. Our lesson 2 is to identify the materials that float and sink. And our lesson 3 is to identify the materials that undergo decay. First lesson, will I absorb water? In our environment, there are many different materials that can be classified according to its properties. Some materials can be classified based on its ability to absorb water, while some materials can absorb water more than the others. In this lesson, you will learn more about how to classify which materials absorb water and which that do not. What do you think the meaning of absorb? Okay, absorb means to take it something such as a liquid in a natural gradual way. Porous materials. What is porous materials? Porous materials have small holes that allow air or liquid to pass through. The example of the porous materials are sponge, rug, tissue, cotton, and towel. Next is non-porous materials. What is non-porous materials? Non-porous materials, these are the materials that do not allow air or liquid to pass through. The example of non-porous materials are rubber bands, plastic bag, rock, buckle, without water, and with cup. And another is plastic cup. Next topic is all about will I sink or float? Will I sink or float? In our environment, there are many different materials that can be classified based on its ability to sink or float in water. There are some materials that will sink, while other materials can float at first, but then sink as they absorb water through their holes. In this section, you will learn more about how to classify things that sink or float. Okay, sink or float, this is some things that float on the surface of water. Others submerge partway down, while others sink. Most they have the ability to absorb water. Next, something sink very fast and something sink very slow. Hindi siya para-pareho. Merong mabilis na magsisink, meron ding mas slow na magsisink. The shape of an object can affect its ability to float, but some materials float no matter what is their shape, such as styrofoam and wood. Like for example, ang barko, diba yung shape? Kaya siya nag-float kasi sa kanyang shape. Another, something float at first, but then slowly sink as they absorb water through their holes. Okay, what is all about float? Ano nga ba ang float? Okay, float means to stay on top of the water. Nag-stay lang siya sa top ng water. Ang example nito ay toy bowl, plastic bottle with cover, pencil, wood, and styrofoam. Ano naman ang sink? What do you call sink? Ano nga ba po ang ibig sabihin ng sink? Sink means to fall from the bottom of a water. Like for example, the spoon, the coin, and the rock. Our next lesson is the materials that undergo decay. All living things eventually die and later on undergo decay. Decaying is a process that causes changes among biodegradable solid materials. The process of decay is very important. Without it, dead organisms and waste materials would pile up and interfere with the habitats of living things. Remember that only materials from living things undergo decay. Another, the process of decay is not uniform among plants and animals. Some materials will decay fast, some will take a long time. Mas matagal yung mga iba. Next, the organic matter is the soil come from decayed plants and animals. It become organic fertilizer. Organic fertilizer from compost pit enriches soil supply nutrients for plants growth. Some factors that contribute to the decaying process of materials are sunlight, water, soil, and action of microorganisms. Some decayed materials were compressed under water and thick layers of soil over millions of years. They were converted into fossil fuels such as coal, oil, or natural gas. These fuels are used by the power stations, factories, and motor vehicles. These some materials that under decay. These are the bread, the leaves, the fruit, and also our leftover foods. I have additional info to you. Did you know that plastic bags take around 300 years to degrade? Another, almost 31% of our total generated waste is paper. And last, recycling one glass bottle saved enough electricity to light 100-watt bulb for 4 hours. Thank you, class. This is our topic for this week. I hope you learned something.